All right, we're going to do another project of Fast and Fun Watercolor. We'll let everybody get in. They're coming over. Same colors that I've been projects from the M-Gram. I've got Azo Yellow, Nickel Quinacridone, Sap Green, Quinacridone Rust, a Crimson Hawaiian, Dioxine Purple. I did add a Burnt Umber, an Anthracon Blue, or Anthraquin Blue. I did also keep the Marine Blue from Holbein. And I may add another green in there, but I'm not sure. Hi, Judy. Hi, Christy, Mindy, AJ, Eileen. All right, so we put those up. And I've already added the white crayon and the oil pastel on the paper. Excuse me. Need to tape our paper down. So it's hard to see, but let me show you what picture it's not a lesson. It's page 130. And it's this image right here. Just kind of work with that. I may try to combine some of this with it and that, but I'm not positive. All right, so let's get tape and we'll tape the paper down. And I think I'm going to work upside down today. Hi, Kat. Hi, Lena. Hi, Kathy. Both Kathys are here, probably. I'm going to square my paper down a little bit in the back. I did order some more of this bee paper. I am going to get, I haven't decided. I looked at Arches and I looked at Stonehenge, the people that make the Yupo that we buy to also get, but for the immediate future, I just ordered the bee paper again. Okay, so this is my sky, and I'm going to use that palette to kind of angle that a little bit. So I'm going to start out with my blue. And you can sort of see where I put some of that crayon. Excuse me. And this is a little bit of the marine blue. I'm not going to worry about the texture of this layer so much because a lot of it's going to get covered. So I'm just going to blot it with a paper towel and then come back in with a wet brush. And splot some areas with both colors. I want the darker. A little bit more pigment in there. And then I'm going to go back to the marine blue. And then I'm going to add just a little bit of that marine blue right in here. And then just kind of drag it out. I'm going to turn it back upside down. And there's like a little mountain area. So I'm going to get the moon glow and some dioxine purple. And again, a lot of this won't show up. Just this little amount right here in the center, kind of. And I'm going to add a little crimson in there even. Let some of that crimson bleed down. And I'm going to lighten it on the sides here because there's going to be some green that goes there. So that way it won't go too wonky. Okay. So I think that'll be okay because a lot of that's going to get covered up. All right. So then we're going to flip it upside down. I'm going to dry it. All right, then I'm going to switch brushes and go to the yellow first. Some tree shapes that are kind of like poplar trees. All right. A third one in here. All right, now I'm going to add the sap green with a little bit of yellow added to it. Actually, I think I'm going to dry those first. I think I'm going to work right side up this time. I'm not going to make them go as far down as I had them. In fact, I'm going to. And I'm not going to worry about that because there's more. Coming in, I'm going to go ahead and take some of that color and bring it in here. All right. Now I want to dry these trees one more time. I'm going to take the burnt umber and add it to the sap green. To get a darker value. I'm going to go back and add a little more yellow on this side even. With some quinacridone in here and there. I'll get the darker green. All right, I'm going to hit that yellow again just to brighten it on that one side, I guess, where there'd be moonlight. All right. Now I'm going to go to the, should use the other brush, but we'll use this one. That marine blue. Let it kind of bleed down. Let's dry that real quick. Kind of working in layers. Alisa, hi Di. Hi Kimberly, I don't think I said hi to you earlier. I want to get a darker layer in here. And then I'm going to take a damp clean brush and let it kind of do its thing again a little bit into that yellow. Let gravity kind of help that a little. I'm going to add a little bit of sap green right in there. Okay. Let's, I'm going to take a fairly dry brush and just sort of blend these out. And then come back with the kind of a horizon line in the green here. I'm going to pick up some of that marine blue again and darken some areas in here. This is water. And that's going to go in here again. That dark blue again is going to go. Right across here with some of this other blue. I'll let it do its thing. Okay, and I'm going to get, this needs to be a darker line. Okay, and then there's some over here. I'm fixing to do the trees in just a minute, the big trees. All right, so. Get some of that lime green in there. And then let's go with some of the blue down in here in the corner. And the green with the yellow again. Down in here. Just trying to let some of this blend in and be real free. But that pop of blue needs to be brighter right in there. We may have to add it later. All right, let's clean those brushes. I need to dry that. You take a break, Judy. Work on your plan or setting up your plan or just the base, if nothing else. You know, like pick a color for each month from that stuff that Terry sent you. Oh, that's going too green. I got that blue over too far. I'll come back in and define it more. Okay, now I need to do the trees. And I need to do that upside down. And I think I'm going to switch to a smaller brush. And I'm going to use, she's used a purple. I'm thinking I'm going to take this dioxazine purple and add that blue to it, because I want to get it really dark. And I may even add a little of the burnt umber. Okay. So I want to decide where my trees are first real quick. I'm just going to lightly take a pencil. Okay, I have one here. And I have a big one here. And then I have a big one here. Okay, that gives me something to kind of go by. This one goes pretty much just straight up. I'm going to do the trunks first. And then come back in and do some of the minor branches and the leaves. Sorry, I'm focusing. Okay. Yeah. Some things are easier, I think, to paint upside down. Get that dark enough. heavier over here in some places where the crayon was. I don't like that. This one is all right. So now I'm going to switch to an even smaller brush. And let's add like a rigger, I think. We need to add some finer branch details, and then we're going to add leaves. And a lot of this will get lost in the leaves. And I just want to add some finer branches. Just that cross over each other. It would come from behind. Actually, I think I'm going to switch back to this. This one needs bigger. Getting what this book on Monday, Dot? Good. When she messaged me back on Instagram, she was amazed how many of us had bought the book because of Colleen String, and that we were working the projects together and comparing how we did it. And she's in California, so she said post it, and I don't know if she meant post on her Instagram or her website, or blog. I don't know what she was referring to. That she would go check out the videos and some of the hashtags. Okay. So this is the photo I'm working off of. This one right here. Let me turn it around. Now it's time for I'm going to put some more of the greenery in and let that dry. Then I'm going to come in and put leaves. I may need to put in some white. I don't have whitewash, so I might have to do. That'd be fun, Dot. All right, so I'm going to grab some of the green because I now want to kind of cover up the base of my trees with this green. I'm using some of the marine green and the sap together. And I'm going to start pulling some grass too. All right, so I'm going to take the rigger. All right, I'm even going to go down into this blue and pull some grass-like with this blue real dark. Because this is in the foreground. In fact, I need to dry this just a little bit. Adding some of that dark blue back in there. And then I'm going to take the rigger. So I'm almost like a navy in this corner. All right, then I'm going to go back to this sap green. I'm even going to put a little bit of that darker up there. Kind of like it's a bank. Okay, and I need that darker. And I'm going to take a littler brush and get that limey green. Around this tree. And add some texture in the back there. All right, let's go with that liner brush. I'm ready to add some really thin strokes along this water. And I want some coming out over the water because they're going to have some flowers on them. A little blue in there. I'm going to add some patches out in the water. Up close here. Kind of darken that edge. I need this blue to darken that edge of that bank. All right, and I'm going to add some I'm going to get my other rigger for the white acrylic. I'm getting close to being done with this. Hi, Zoe. I'm just trying to use this white to get some grass in front of the trees that we can see. And the acrylic, and then I can add the lighter green back in. I'm also going to pop some of that white back in here that I want. Actually, I want to do that with a palette knife. All right. I also want to dry brush some here and there on my tree. I got to add the leaves still to the trees. This tree's not dark enough. Right here. Okay, I think that helped the trees. I'll leave that out in case I need it. And let's go back in with that lighter green. Get some of that white area with the green. Now that it should be dry. That helped. Okay. Let's clean those brushes. Get up. Some of that crimson, pink. Putting flowers down at the bottom. But I am going to switch brushes. This is one of those things that I really like the blunt edge for. It's just like dabbing color. Okay. Okay. I don't like that. Mix a little of that with the purple. I think I'm going to see if I can't find some of that. Let me get some yellow because I've polluted all of mine. All right. Just put some little bits of yellow here and there in the flowers. Then I'm going to go back to that darker crimson purple. Okay. I'm gonna wet those and blot them. I'm going to add some white acrylic here and there. Just get a softer pink in some of those areas. Okay. So that should all right, let's do leaves. Oh, I shouldn't have bought those. There were two. I needed more. All right, I'm just putting some of the more opaque white in some clusters. They got kind of lost. Okay, and we might have to go back to some of that white too. The book is by Gina Lee Kim. It's fast. I just almost got it in the watercolor. It's called Fast and Fun Watercolor by Gina Lee Kim. And I'm on page 130. This is my reference that I'm working from today. Now, this is not a step out. So I'm just emulating how I think she would have done it. I had to. All right, so the leaves are pinks and purples. I think I'm just going to put blobs of color in places and then spray. And I might bust out the pink spray again today. Okay. We'll look at it right side up for a minute. Okay. Spray and let it do its thing. This is where I'm probably going to add some metallic too. So let's I'm going to wet some of these metallics to let them soak for a minute. And then let's get that pink, because that was really good the other day. The dilutions. Okay, let's give it a little. Use my other spray bottle. Okay, and then I'm going to pick up some of that pink. It needs some of that pink down here. See, I like how that stained the background. Now we can add purple spots back over it. Need some heavier, darker on this side. All right, let's see if we can't add some metallic. Pink here and there. And then I'm going to grab one of those interference colors for this dark side, which won't show up on your side very well, but will show up on those. And I'm thinking some of that gold. Okay. Clean up some of the shimmer that might have got away here and there. And then I'm going to take a green and hit these trees just a little bit. These trees here disappeared pretty much, but I don't really care. They're in the background. And I almost think it needs some white. On this one. The side is too dark. Okay. Again, I'm gonna clean up just a little here and there. And I'm adding some turquoise shimmer here and there in the water. In the center area right there. Okay. think I'm done. Let me move some things out of the way. And then I'll show you. And we'll take off the get all the watercolor brushes out of the that palette's just about used up. There's very little left. Trying to make sure I don't get the acrylic in the watercolor brushes. Let those sit there. I need clean water to clean those really well. And I don't have clean water for the acrylics. Okay. So here's mine, and here's the original. Of course, hers doesn't have any shimmer. Okay. Let's move the book, and we'll take the tape off. Oh, let's get that. All right, let's get this side going. Try not to put my fingers in the branches since they're still wet spots. Okay. So, can you see how they shimmer? I think I might have spotting disease now, though. Look at my hand. Every time I do something with these trees, the only thing I would think maybe is the moon might need a little help. I think the moon's a little misshapen. if we just put a little bit more white acrylic. And then kind of blend it with my finger. I think that's better. Yeah, this is one of my favorites, but I really, really like the color palette that I've been using from Graham. I ordered another Daniel Smith and another Graham. And I watched a video from Sandy Elnock showing her color palette of 24 colors she's going to focus on this year. And I'm going to set mine up really similar because I really like the colors that she chose. So I ordered a 33 pan. It's one like Janet got that seals this, like the Stay Wet, the one that has the little that she got for the Mission Gold, the 24, but it doesn't have those two mixing wells in the middle. It's just 33 slanted pans. So, yeah, I think it is this book. I was thinking today, this book and this book are the two best books I've ever bought that I've actually like really done a lot of work out of. And the new one I like that I'm going to show on Monday. Yep, this is Fast and Fun Watercolor by Gina Lee Kim. And we got it on Amazon. There's the ISBN by Artist Networks. Monday, I am 1:45 Central, so 2:45. Yeah, the new one's going to be good too. This one was a good doodle book. This one was a real good doodle book. I have other books that I've gotten that I don't. Yeah, I end at 4:45. I start at 2:45 Eastern, which is 1:45 my time. I have other books that I just haven't really used. Like, I got this one, but I just haven't used it. And I also got another one for drawing flowers, and I got two other, and this one for doodling, but I've taken the time to use them. And like I got this one because of Eileen and Jean, but I haven't done anything in it either. And I need to get it out and reread it. And do some of the stuff in this one. That would be maybe fun to do in the new year. With my new, this would go really well with my new palette. But I need to try to use the books that all right, bye, Lisa. Eileen. We have heard those words before. Tell us, pull another leg. Pull the other leg, Eileen. Just I think Eileen has some oceanfront property she all wants you to buy in Arizona too, that she swears by. I used silver brush. This one says Sterling Studio. So I don't know where that one came from. 3 of them were silver, the black velvets. And this one is an old brush. It's from Crafts, Etc. When Joann's had Crafts, Etc. Back in the 80s. I must have bought a set of liner brushes at some point because this Sterling Studio, I have 2 or 3 liners that are like that. My acrylics, I don't buy good brushes at all. I also have this set here that I got off Amazon, but I'm not real wild about it. It's a little detail set. I think I want a detail set from Princeton that I saw. But I like these. These I probably got in Hobby Lobby or off Amazon. I like the Princetons. This is the dagger I bought, and it's a Master Touch, but it's the only one I could find. But I did order the set that Eileen showed us. And this one I can't find anymore is by Eagle Azure, and I really liked it. And I know I bought it at probably Crafts, Etc. Because I probably bought this one and this one at the same time during the 80s or early 90s. So I think I'm going to try some Mimic brushes. Jean likes those, but I want to look at them. I'm not big on the point. I want more that are like this. Because that's just what I prefer in my style of how I like to dab color. Yeah, I got the set that Eileen showed because it was, to me, a good price for a lot of variety of the different ones. All right. I am going to go ahead and go. I don't know if anybody else is streaming. I have not seen Colleen on Twitter, so I wonder if they went out of town for the holidays. All right, I'll see y'all later. Whether I'll stream tomorrow or not, it's up in the air. If I do, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm ready for New Year's Eve. So that's sort of got my, if I do, maybe if I do, I'll do an acrylic pour rather than watercolor. All right, guys. Talk to you later.